The front elevation is normally indicated by an arrow. I want to draw the front elevation of the solid shape from the direction of the arrow. What this means is I need to draw what I would see if I were looking at the shape from the direction of the arrow. So if I were looking in the direction of the arrow, what two-dimensional shape would I see? And it would be this L shape, 2 squares high and 3 squares across, like this. Next, we want to draw the side elevation of the shape. Well, the side elevation is what I would see if I looked at the shape here, so from this side or this side, and it would actually be the same. It would be a 2D shape. So we can see the side elevation would just be from this direction. You could also imagine it from the other direction, the opposite side, and it would just be 2 squares, because that's what you'd see. You would just see this square and this one, or if you looked at it from this direction, you would see one face of this cube and one face of the cube on the bottom, and it would be the same. Finally, the plan of the shape is what we would see if we looked at the shape from above. And that would just be 3 squares. Here's a question for you to try. I'd like you to draw the front elevation of the solid shape from the direction of the arrow, the side elevation of the shape, and then a plan of the shape. Please have a go on centimetre squared paper, and when you're ready for the answer, press play. Here is the answer. So for the front elevation, we should see this shape here. The side elevation, so whether you look at it from this side or this side, you will just see 3 squares going up, and the plan view, you should just see 5 squares going across. This is a GCSE question for you to try. Please pause the video now and have a go, and when you're ready to go to the answer, press play. Here is the answer. So if we look at what Halima sees from one of her positions here, the only position that it would make sense for it to be would be B. Because if you imagine looking at the shape from B, try and imagine what you would see. You would see 3 squares going down on the side to the right. Not really well drawn there, I know. And then you would see this square and this square. So it would need to be, it's not really well drawn, but we can see that's what we'd see from B. So the position in part 1 has got to be B. How many square faces can Halima see in position C? Well, that's the side elevation if you imagine D as the front elevation, and it would be identical to what you'd see if you were in the position A, which would just be 3 squares.